The 5-seed Aquilanes men's water polo team battled it out in the pool against the 1-seed Campo Lindo Cougars in the NCS boys water polo semifinals on November 12th. Some spectators described the showdown as one of the most exciting and intense sports games they have ever witnessed. But both teams' accomplishments in the water have been overshadowed by controversy that erupted due to a referee's blown call during the second period of overtime. With less than a second left on the clock and the Dons ahead 11-10, Campo Lindo's head coach claimed he had called a timeout that the refs failed to recognize. The referees conferred and decided to add 5 seconds back on the clock, which prompted the Aquilanes coaches to file a protest. The referees dismissed the protest and awarded the Cougars the 5 extra seconds, during which they evened the score and forced a third period of overtime. Campo Lindo scored again and appeared to win the game. However, Aquilanes coaches filed a second protest after the game regarding the extra time put on the clock. According to one of the Aquilanes coaches, the referee later admitted that he had not seen or heard the Campo Lindo coach call a timeout, and he awarded Aquilanes the victory. Upon reviewing the game, NCS officials realized that the referees broke the rules by reversing their decision after the game, and they overturned it. The Cougars advanced to the NCS finals, where they were defeated by Miramonte. Although they lost on a technicality, Aquilanes players and coaches say that video evidence makes it clear that it was impossible for the Campo Lindo coach to have called a timeout with 5 seconds remaining on the clock.
Clock starts here. It'll appear in the upper left-hand corner here in just a second. And so Campo is desperately trying to steal the ball. And so Aquilanes is basically trying to play keep away. So here you see 15, 14, 13. Scully has it. He gets fouled, so the clock stops momentarily until he puts the ball back in play again. So he makes a pass here. So now you can see we're down to 4 seconds, and Aquilanes still has the ball. So now he's going to throw a pass here to the center. Throws it to his teammate. And so maybe here, maybe at this point is when Campo steals the ball. I think that's probably generous. You can see at 2 seconds they still don't have the ball. So it ticks down to 1. So here it's at 1 second. So at best you could say that it would have been 1 second left to go in the game when they stole the ball and would have called timeout. And so now there's no whistle or anything to stop play. Campo passed it and shot it over the bar as time seemingly expired.
Went into overtime, and we're winning by 2, and they managed to score, and we're playing keep away and throwing it around and not letting them have the ball. And then they got the ball with like maybe less than a second left.
A Campo player passed it to another Campo player who shot it over the goal after time had expired. So the game was over and we won. We were all really excited. Everyone jumped in the pool. We were really excited. We were going to the championship, so emotions were really high. It was just the biggest game of the year we had played, so we were all super stoked and just pumped for ourselves and how we played. Yeah, it was great. It was the best feeling ever.
I mean, I got out and hugged all my teammates. I don't know, it was a crazy feeling because last year, since we couldn't go to NCS, it was just a really good feeling to know that you could.
After the final whistle blew and the refs called the game over, we were celebrating. We got out of the pool. We just kind of had a moment to ourselves, and then we were getting ready to shake hands with Campo and their players, but they were still in the pool. Their coach was drawing up a play for them because he claimed they called a timeout with 5 seconds left.
And we already saw the video, but like the Campo coach never called timeout, but he claims that he did. And so yeah, they got a timeout, but the refs made a very big mistake, and it was like maybe 1 second left, right? So he should have gave them like maybe 1 second left if the coach had actually called timeout. He didn't, but he gives them 5 seconds left.
He was drawing up a play, and then our coaches told us to take off our caps and warm down because the game was over. So we're warming down in the pool, not really, we're just swimming, and then our coach stops us and tells us to put our caps back on, and that we're playing with 5 seconds left. So we got back in, played the last 5 seconds.
We still thought we could still win this. We're still, playing. And then they scored, and we thought, let's get this done, sudden death.
So then we went into the next overtime, which was sudden death, and then they scored, finishing the game.
Time came sudden death, and we were pretty sad, to say the least.
Mr. Silvestri told us that we lost, so we got back in the carpools and carpooled back to Akalani's.
I mean, it was kind of like, it was an emotional roller coaster because we were so overjoyed to go to NCS and then found out that we had to play again. And then we found out we had actually lost, so, I mean, we were all devastated. We were a mixture of emotions, for sure.
But as we were pulling into the Akalani's lot, we got a call from our assistant coach saying they overturned it and that we won. So then we were super stoked then, really excited, and then we went home that night thinking we won, and then
So I found out we for sure lost officially on the NCS website, and that was right before lunch. And then over the loudspeaker, Takashi called us into his classroom, and that's when he officially told us that we had lost and the reason why. And that was a sad time, to say the least, for sure.
That was a Friday afternoon. I was taking a test during 4th period chemistry, and after I finished, I looked at my phone, and there are like lots of text messages from the group chat, and I could tell that we lost from those.
And so basically he said that the refs had made a faulty call, and that's the reason why the technicality ruled and Camp Bud won.
the ref put the 5 seconds back on the clock, attributing that the Campo coach called a timeout. But after the game, he claimed he took it back, saying he made a mistake and the coach did not call a timeout and that we should have won, which is why NCS changed it so that we won. But the official ruling was that it was out of his jurisdiction to make that change once they officially ended the game. So yeah, that was that. It was set in stone. Then we were all really sad. We worked so hard, and we thought we won, but we didn't. It was rough. Like, no one expected us to make it anywhere near this far. People, like, after last year not making NCS and losing 9 seniors and multiple starters, like, everyone assumed it would be a repeat of last year, but we worked hard, we fought, we came in when it was clutch. Like, we beat St. Ramon, we beat Campo, and we should have gone to the championship, so that was really rough.
I mean, everyone was sad, in the most frank of terms. Like, we all kind of got together, we told each other that we had played outstandingly, and which we had. And we knew that we were the true winners in our hearts. And I mean, if there's one way to go out, that's the way to go out. So.
But next day on Saturday when we went to the game, everyone not really sad, we were more excited. It was an awesome atmosphere to have all of our students and the Marimani students cheering for us as we walked in, and it was really cool.